Hey, how's it going? Let's just adjust this a bit. Okay, so I figured that it might be good to do a little. I was like trying to figure out what, little videos I should do that I can add onto my Indiegogo page. So I thought I'd do a demonstration of how I'm dealing with the humidity until my new dehumidifier comes. So I'm just going to flip this. Right, okay. Yeah, so that's going to come. I mean, the fundraiser ends on June 7th, and probably I'll get the money within a week or two, and then have to order it. So probably the end of June or something, I'll get the new dehumidifier. So here's what I'm doing in the meantime. Luckily, as you can see, I've got look at that. I have this sort of plastic window I made, and then all the windows here have shutters, right? So there's no glass here. Everything's just wide open. And like my upstairs windows I leave open all the time. But the humidity's dropped a bit, so what I've got is I've got the window open and a fan going, and just trying to get some of that dry air in here, because it was about 85% inside this morning. Yeah. So anyway, so here's what I've done. I've got my Coras here wrapped in plastic, and what I've got is one of these dehumidifying little things for closets and things. So I've got those in there, and that's keeping it around 70%, I think. And I've had this for a while, actually. You can see this shelf unit with some thick plastic around it, and I've got a bunch of these in here too. So that's working well. My new guitar, I had in here until very recently, and now I've put that wrapped up in this older foam case with some plastic on it, and a special guitar humidification system, a Bovida, which are really good. I recommend it. And inside here, you can see I've got a back that I was working on right here, and it's made with my dang, and I bent some sides and just letting them sit there. And I've also got this great mandolin that my friend David gave me. I put that in here as well. What else? Oh, this guitar is in this Visus nut case with also the dehumidification system. But these cases are great for keeping, hang on. Those are great for keeping the humidity levels at a decent amount. So that's that all set up. Hang on. Yeah, so this guitar here, I've got, it's a factory made instrument, made in China. I just leave it out. It's kind of an experiment to see what extreme humidity does to it. But it's plywood back and sides, and it's a solid spruce top. But what I did is I scraped the plastic varnish off it. It's kind of a mess, right? Anyway, physically scraping it and all that. But anyway, I shaved the braces down, which are like twice as thick as my braces. And I ended up thinning the top off too, just by working on it. And I also made the bridge way less wood to it, so the bridge is lighter too. So it sounds much better. And I also changed the action, all that, of course. Yeah. Anyway, so I've got still got a lot of my tools here. I've got this blanket. So far, seems okay. This is my old quilt. Seems okay. But if it gets really bad and really rainy, I might have to pack that up and put that in this plastic thing as well. Yeah, so that's how we're dealing with it now. Luckily, at the moment, we've had some nice weather, so I've been able to open the windows up for at least a number of hours each day. So here I am into this central part of the room. You can see where my wall is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take plastic, I'm going to just basically extend it. I'm going to leave this door here, and I'm going to extend the plastic here, and then around this post, and over to the wall right here. So that's going to pretty much double my space, And then I'm going to put make a work table out of plywood, do that there, and then I'll have a shelf that I can hang guitars and stuff right here. And this stuff I'm going to put over here again. I stopped putting it there because the floor's got big holes in it. So probably if I raise enough, I'll get some plywood and lay that down too, I also put plastic around my drill press. Last year I burnt my motor out So hard to tell whether it was the motor or the humidity that did it. So anyway, what I decided was I'm gonna just hell with it. I'm gonna just wrap it in plastic and just that'll help preserve the motor. My bandsaw, which is it's not a good one, but it does a job for what I need. You know, that doesn't seem to suffer. So yeah, and so anyway, what happens is let's see if we can lighten this up a bit. Probably do it in post. No, I can't really do much. Okay, yeah, so what I'll do is I put plastic on the ceiling, on the floor, then I'll put some mats on the floor. It works out really well, actually, you know. And the nice thing about the plastic, the nice thing about the plastic is that you know what I mean, it still gives a bit of a feeling of space because it's clear. Yeah, so there we go. That's Yeah, that's just me dealing with the coming of the rainy season. Luckily, we're having a break from it at the moment. I'm gonna actually show you something, just as an example. Like my stove, I have a propane burner, 2 burner. Well, it's 2.5 burner, I suppose. Stove here. Like things just fall apart. Like you wouldn't think it, right? I mean, I've lived in humid areas before, like New Brunswick, and I've been out in Western Canada. But like that, the stove I had before lasted about, I don't know. Well, I guess it lasted 3 years and I had to get a new one. It just fell apart. Started like rotting out. It's incredible, yeah. And yeah, so you can see I've got a bit more floor damage here. Let's see here. Anyway, I might put a piece of plywood down here too. You know. It's okay though. The place is in good shape, and because I'm living here, it's in really good shape. If I wasn't living here, it would disintegrate really fast, I think, you know, because and many people have told me this, and now I know it from experience, you know. Here's my spring, got my bungee cords. Yeah, so just by personal experience, oh shoot, I forget what I was gonna say. Just by personal experience, I've been here for 3.5 years. It's amazing. Like the forest just wants to grab it. You know, there's a log on the I can think of a few instances now, but on the log on the trail that I go to get my water, that was like about a couple feet high. Now it's almost disappeared in a few years. Yeah, anyway, so this is great. All this is great. I'm just making do for now, and that's okay. I can't really work on instruments right now because I guess I could today because it's a little bit drier, but anyway, I don't really have too much to do anyway. I can putter around with things, but it's a great time for stillness, I guess, and you know, when I get the dehumidifier going and the space and the space expanded, it's going to be great. You know, maybe you can see I pile a lot of stuff in here, especially at this time of year. I mean, I don't have that much stuff, right? Got a bunch of bins and things, and that's really just to try and keep it dry, although it doesn't matter now because there's no dehumidifier. Yeah, anyways, I'm going to build out here. I'm going to build a table at a really nice high height and some shelves, and I'll be able to store everything. Everything just won't end up on the floor like it does now. It'll still be a mess probably, but you know, it'll just be a bit more manageable. So anyway, it's kind of exciting, all this. And while I'm waiting, I can kind of envision and get new ideas for what to do and all that. Yeah. Anyway, thanks a lot. I'm really making this as an update video for my Indiegogo fundraiser. So thanks so much for everyone that's contributed. I think I'm like at 70% or something now. And with 3 more weeks to go, or more or less. So it's really great, really well on our way and all that. So thanks for the help from everyone. If I do reach the goal and people want to contribute more, please do. I mean, the other money will go towards buying plastic and buying plywood and all that stuff. the fundraiser goal is really just for the dehumidifier, because that's the most important thing. And if that's how much I get, that's great. And it'll just take me a bit longer to expand it and everything, but at least I'll get that part of it going. Yeah. Anyway, I guess one advantage with not having the dehumidifier going is my electric bill is going to be really cheap this month, which is good. You know, always got to look at the bright side. Okay, there's always an option. Have a great day and hope everyone's doing great. Ciao.